think first of all, it'd been too long since we'd gone anywhere, since we'd gotten outside. So I think that was our main motivation. We've lived in Texas basically all our lives, and here 4 hours away was this paradise. We didn't even know about it before this trip, and it kind of makes you wonder how many other places there are like that.
You hear these stories, these accounts of people taking these trips down the river. It didn't take very long to convince us that it was time to make something happen, and we're lucky enough to have a group of friends who are motivated to go. So. It's only 15 miles. It doesn't seem that far, but you are remote. You don't know if something goes wrong. There's no cell reception to call and have someone pick you up. So, but for the most part, you got to find your way down.
Part of the beauty of this place is when you do get out there, you really are by yourself, and that's a cool feeling. Well, our mission, we thought, was to go catch fish.
That was the idea.
That was the idea,
And
yeah.
everybody came prepared to do that.
Well, we thought we did.
Yeah.
The first rapid we hit, my fishing pole got caught by a tree and snapped my rod.
No, I think we managed to break 2 poles in the first 3 hours of our trip. That put a damper on some of our fishing. It definitely slowed us down in that department. The first morning, you encounter Dolan Falls, which is a 3-tier waterfall. Can be a class 5 rapids at times, and it's a pretty intense sight. You hear it coming.
And when we finally got there, we had to tie the kayaks to ropes and sort of form the system of getting them from one level down to the next.
We heard horror stories about the bottom of people's kayaks getting chewed up because the rocks are so porous, and there's points where it's just too low to kayak, and so you have to get out and manually either lift it down or drag it by yourself with some rope.
After Devil's River had its way with us and broke all of our rods, we realized that the takeaway wasn't going to be catching fish. It was actually going to be something a lot better than that, and that was just hanging out. It was waking up to sunrises over the river. It was us being the only ones for miles.
It was almost, we were too scared to get too far down the river because it meant we were close to the end. And so we stopped early the last day just because we found this perfect spot. So we unpacked our kayaks and set up our tent for the last time and cooked some dinner and shared the one last beer remaining in the cooler. It was definitely in the back of our minds that we'd be leaving the next morning. We had all these great ideas of what the next trip might be, but you never know when that's going to happen. So I hope we got enough out of this one to keep us going. I hope we have enough fuel to last us for the next adventure.
you think to yourself, how many other places are there like this? And let's go find them.
Hell, let's go walk barefoot down that culvert down the street, man. Catch some crawfish. Some dirty old culvert crawfish.
Some old ditch crabs.
Some of them old ditch lobsters.
Oh, ditch shrimp, man.
Ditch shrimp.